Idaho, Bryan Kohberger trying to get out of paying some restitution to the victims' families.
Yeah, he reportedly owes about $300,000 in fines and restitution payments to the families of the 4 University of Idaho students murdered back in 2022.
Joining us now to help us break it all down, crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson is with us. The hearing took place. Key takeaways.
Yeah, well, there were some big bombshells in court today, including a big mistake by prosecutors connected to the restitution that they were asking for. The other one, how much money Kohberger actually has on the books. Let's begin with this one. Prosecutors were seeking an additional $30,000 in restitution for travel expenses incurred by the victims' families. But today, the state admitted that they were mistaken and cannot seek travel expenses per the plea agreement. Instead, they can only ask for some funeral expenses, bringing the total down from $30,000 to about $3,000.
So what the state is actually requesting today is just additional restitution for the funeral-related expenses, which are the earns for the families.
Given that the state has clarified its position that it's only seeking reimbursement for the earns, it's my understanding that that amount is $1,420 for one family, $1,587.79, and then another $167.79, which would be a total, I believe, if my math is right, of $3,075.58.
Now, per the plea agreement that he signed, Kohberger has been ordered to pay nearly $250,000 in court fees, with an additional of $80,000 to be split among the victims' families of Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana. Ted, Julia.
Now, Matt, he's also been ordered, in terms of Kohberger, not to be able to make money on certain things.
Yeah, well, most inmates are not allowed to do that. It was revealed in court today that Kohberger has a history of getting some big deposits in his inmate account, which we'll get to that in just a second. The killer receiving 5-figure deposits at times. His defense claims that the deposits were from family and friends to stay in communication after his arrest, but before his plea deal and his change of plea. But prosecutors want to make sure that the confessed killer turns over any monies that he may get in the future by working in the prison or any inheritance. They also want to block any loophole in the future of Kohberger possibly selling his story, while his defense was quick to point out that would be against Idaho law. Take a listen.
We also noted the statute that allows the treasurer to intercept prospective monies that might be received based on any attempted publication of the story of the defendant. And those, if received, would be something that a restitution order could be enforced against.
There's no way that Mr. Kohberger is ever going to profit from any sort of movie or book, because Idaho Code 1953-01 specifically precludes that.
Kohberger was not present in court today. You saw the attorneys. They were remote. And the judge did not make any ruling today. He took all the arguments under advisement and will issue a ruling later.
Matt Johnson, thank you for the update and staying on top of that for us. Let's bring in our guest still with us, criminal defense attorney Rob Corbett. Rob, any chance you think these victims are going to see this money that has been ordered in restitution?
Any chance? There's always a possibility, but in terms of probability, I think it is slim to none. It is a defendant who is not going to get out of prison. It is a defendant who has no means of making any type of income or very little. And normally you see this hashed out during the plea, not coming back after the plea and trying to amend it. They can always go the civil route, and you see that a lot in terms of when a person is incarcerated, the judge typically can just order it being a type of civil judgment. So as they were saying, if they did come into any type of inheritance, then that would go towards the restitution. But in answer to your question, I don't see them seeing any more than what was already agreed upon and nothing beyond that.
Yeah, it would seem that. This is not going anywhere in terms of actual payment, which is sad for the families, but
they want to see it done correctly.
Absolutely, and button it all up. Rob Corbett, thank you as always for your insight.